And Yoon Suk Yeol, a former South Korean president, seems to be staring at mounting troubles. After opposition lawmakers voted to impeach the interim, he's staring at legal troubles as the court issued an arrest warrant for impeached, suspended president. One fatal decision is behind the trail of disaster for Yoon. Here is how the events unfolded. On December 3rd, 2024, Yoon declared martial law in an unannounced late-night address. South Korean opposition party called for the dismissal of martial law on December 4th. Parliament passed a motion on the same day requiring the martial law declared by Yoon to be lifted. On December 5th, Parliament formally introduced a motion to impeach Yoon. Yoon survived impeachment motion in the Parliament after members of his own party boycotted the vote on December 7th. Thousands of demonstrators rallied outside the parliament calling for a vote to impeach Yoon. On December 7th, Yoon survived an impeachment motion in the parliament after members of his party boycotted the vote. Thousands of demonstrators demanded Yoon to be impeached on December 9th. South Korean police tried to search Yoon's office on December 11th as an investigation into his decision. Yoon on December 12th lashed out at his political opponents, saying North Korea has hacked the country's elections. On the same day, opposition parties submitted a new bill to Parliament to impeach Yoon. Parliament impeached Yoon on December 14th, voting to suspend him from his official duties. On December 14th, South Korean officials delivered the official documents declaring Yoon's impeachment. Constitutional Court began reviewing the impeachment of Yoon over the martial law declaration on December 16th. Parliament voted on December 27th to impeach Prime Minister and Acting President Han Duck-soo just 2 weeks after it stripped President Yoon. And for more, we have Amit Mukherjee joining us on this. Well, Amit, South Korean court has finally issued an arrest warrant for Yoon Suk Yeol on insurrection charges, marking a historical first. Tell us how it all can shape up.
Well, Lipakshi, we must understand, the countdown which actually led to the issuance of this arrest warrant. Basically, the prosecution court, it has been issuing summons to the impeached President Yoon in the last 3 occasions. Right? The last summon was served upon him on 29th, which again he declined, which is why the prosecutors who are probing the entire case against President Yoon, they again appealed to the court that they should now issue a arrest warrant, which is why this arrest warrant has been issued, because the prosecution has also taken a plea that the impeached president is not at all cooperating with the investigating agency, the prosecution panel, which is actually probing the entire case, after which the impeachment process was actually introduced in the parliament. Now we must also understand that President Yoon, apart from not being cooperating, in fact his prosecutor channel, his own prosecution team, they actually challenged the validity of the court which is now investigating the entire insurrection case against President Yoon. So multiple cases are now, situations are now against President Yoon, following which this arrest warrant has been issued. So now the prosecution wants to kind of question him in custody. And, the charges are very, very serious. Although the president of, South Korea, under present circumstances, they enjoy some kind of immunity. But the charges which are now being leveled against impeached President Yoon, which is basically rebellion and, of course, treason, those invite, in fact, lifetime and, in fact, also death charge can be, imposed on him if every fact in case is found to be true.
Right. Amit, also Parliament has voted to impeach Prime Minister and Acting President Han Duck-soo just 2 weeks after it stripped President Yoon. What implications does this have for presidential immunity in the country?
Well, Lipakshi, again, many things are happening at the South Korean parliament level for the first time. In fact, this is the, although impeachment of a president is nothing new, it had happened earlier also in 2 occasions. Of course, in one case, the president was reinstated, while in the other case, in 2016, the president, again, the sitting president was actually, the court actually endorsed the impeachment. So this is nothing new, but again, we must also understand that for the first time also, the caretaker president has also been impeached. In fact, Han Duck-soo, the prime minister, who was also a civil servant in South Korea, he was given the charge, the temporary charge of presidency after President Yoon was actually impeached. But even then, within days following a non-agreement over the judges panel, which is actually probing Yoon's impeachment, even Han Duck-soo was impeached out of power. He was kind of stripped of his power as in the acting president also. Of course, now we have Choi Song-muk, who is now again the finance minister. He is now the acting president, and he'll be delivering all those duties which are required to be delivered by a president as of now. But yes, as far as immunity issue is concerned, the president of South Korea enjoys certain immunities against him. But as far as the charges which are now being leveled against him about rebellion and also treason, which is basically going against your own country, the kind of punishments are very, very serious. I mean, it can invite a life term. It can also invite death penalty.
All right. Thank you so much, Amit, for giving us all those details. And